You're
okay.
on.
I was born April 10th, 1992. My favorite color is green. I have a 4-year-old sister and a 10-year-old brother. We're all 6 years apart. My sister's name is JL. My brother's name is Barrett. All of our names are out of the Bible. My favorite song is Every Rose Has Its Thorn, but my favorite artist is Queen, so it's kind of conflict. But that's just, I've got a dog. We got him from what we believe was an abused home, and we've had him about a year. My brother has a puppy too, so they're kind of wild, but they're pretty good dogs. Shadow and Deem are their names. For my life, one of my highlights has been that I was a pastor's kid for a long time. That was one of my phases. My dad was a pastor at a non-denominational church down in Indiana, and we were always involved in everything. Here, we were involved in the Easter pageant. I'll pass this around afterwards so you can see. We did a float for the parade that opened and closed, and my dad probably went bald from that because of all the stress. But then I was also in all of the Christmas pageants the Christmas plays and stuff. Then my next phase of my life would be the music. Music has always been a big part of my life. I started when I was little. I always used to play the piano, just mess around, and then I had to take piano lessons. My mom forced me to, and then I started playing viola and flute, and now I play flute and saxophone, and I'm teaching myself how to play bass guitar. I've won some awards from Mrs. Gross and some other places, so that means a lot to me, that I can have a creative way to get my emotions out and have a creative hobby. One of the down parts of my life has been my head injury. I had a bike wreck when I was 8, and I was unconscious, had a concussion, and we thought that it was over from there. They told me I needed to be careful with my head, always wear a helmet, don't play soccer, stuff like that. And then I hit my head 3 years ago on a zoo train at Cincinnati. As for Christmas, we go visit the relatives, and I've had a headache ever since then. I've learned how to deal with it, but it's still a pretty difficult thing. I've hit my head countless times on a car trunk, a cabinet door, a windowsill, my door frame in my closet, anything that my head can touch, I hit it. I've had many exams to figure out what's wrong. Here's a picture of an EEG I had that's not pleasant. 24 hours with little things glued to your head is not very fun. I've also had an MRI done, an MVU done, blood tests, multiple blood tests, IVs, a blood patch, a spinal tap, an ultrasound, a chest CAT scan, an abdomen CAT scan, a head CAT scan. I've had everything. Like, I couldn't remember all of them. Here we've tried everything in the book. For what's wrong, we've tried we've tried over-the-counter drugs, we've tried prescription drugs, we've tried naturopathic drugs, we've tried even Vicodin. Nothing works for my headaches. I couldn't find all of my medicines. We've thrown some of them away. So I've been to the emergency room 2 or 3 times. Once to a bad spinal tap that went wrong, and another to go put blood back into my spine to make up for the spinal tap that they messed up. I've been in the emergency room because I have a side pain. They think that I have mild traumatic brain injury, which means that I can imagine pains in my side. Not really imagine, but my brain thinks they're there, and they can't find anything that's wrong. and that's not very fun to have something that they can't find. Right now, they're not exactly sure what's wrong, but they say that I can call it daily chronic headaches, but they said there's got to be something other than that, because I don't just keep hitting my head. I mean, there's something different. But they gave me a new medication, and that's been one of my ups, because I've been able to come back to school and get caught up and do stuff again. I've spent, since Labor Day, I've been in my room trying to get up and do stuff, and that's not a very fun way to live. So that has been a down and then a resulting up in my life. One of the results of being caught all stuck up in my room is I have a pretty clean room. Here's 3 pictures of my room. I make sure there's no wrinkles on my bed, no wrinkles on my couch, my pillows are in the right way, my CDs are alphabeticalized. I just have everything has to be a certain way. Not as OCD as making sure my pencils are sharpened the exact length, but I've got some things that are pretty important that I need to have done before I can go to sleep at night. So that's it.
Well done, H.